Bam! What is up, everybody? My name is Jordan Baywood with Baywood Media, and we're a channel, music marketing channel, for growing artists that are looking to collab, network, and build real relationships with other people. So I got a question. Do a video on how to stay motivated towards one goal. So that's what we're going to do today. And before we begin, we're going to actually review a beat. I picked a random beat from my email. And Ethan said, I know you get loads of these. I'm still learning to mix what I made. So I know it sounds a bit off, but I need any help and critique there is, man. I got you. Let's get it. We're all going to help you. Let's do it. No.
Sure, man.
I see dead people.
Alright, so I got some helpful tips. So what you need to do is start thinking about stereo imaging. Everything's down the middle. You need, for those guitars, maybe that main guitar, you need to duplicate it and put one to the left, one to the right, and change a little bit, like whether put a little distortion on one. If that doesn't work, put some chorus effect on that guitar, spread that guitar. For those other sounds, they should be have a stereo image them too, maybe stereo pan one to the right a little bit, to the left, the hi-hats could be pan a little bit. Just make sure you're spreading everything because everything sounds down the middle. The bass and kick and snare and vocals should be the only thing down the middle. So make sure everything you think about where you can place it in the mix. So that's my tips. Comment below any tips you have for that. So today we're going to get focused on how to reach your goals as an artist and how to actually get stuff done. So I have my vision board. I have this on my phone because I use Google Docs. So you should do this with me as we're going along. First off, we start backwards. We talk about the biggest things and then work backwards. So I wrote down my biggest goals. My biggest goals is to run a talent agency that helps turn artists into profitable brands, DJ at festivals, produce and mix for a limited amount of artists, and release my own music. Now, why do I want to produce and mix for only a limited amount of music? Because working with a bunch of artists is how can I get my own stuff done? You know, I want to work with a limited amount in the future and have a residual pay from those. So that's one of my biggest goals. So I have the music, the marketing, and building my business. Those are my biggest goals, and I'll be happy. My vision. Now, my vision is to change lives with my content and turn the stigma of no money in music around. Now, because the world has a negative stigma of being a music producer, being a musician, being a vocalist. When they say, hey, so what are you doing to make money? Oh, music. Oh, no, what are you really doing? What's your job? What are you going to college for? Music. Well, no, what are your plans for the future? How are you going to make a living? You know? So that's a big bad stigma I don't like, and I want to change that. I want to be able to do everything without a big label, even though that's super hard. Partner with another media company, which is about to happen soon, so stay tuned. And then send artists through the system that I create to get them prepared for success. So now I'm going to take my biggest goals and then rank them to biggest to smallest, meaning biggest means it will take the longest and hardest to do. So I rank these. DJ at festivals would be the hardest. It would take the longest to do. Second would be run a talent agency that helps turn artists into profitable brands. Third, mix and produce for a limited amount of artists. And then fourth, which would be what that can get done here soon, is release my own music. So now, ways to achieve these goals. Let me highlight this. Now for everyone, let's start with releasing my own music. How can I release my own music? Well, I have to create the music. I have to get it mixed. I have to have cover art. I have to have distribution. I need it promoted. I need it re-promoted, and then have other music on deck. Before I even think about releasing my first single, I should have multiple singles ready to go after that, so I can only focus on the promotion and re-promoting the music. So I don't have to worry about all these every single time I'm getting ready to release a track. So I'm going to create monthly goals and then produce. How do I, DJ at festivals? Well, first I have to play small shows. I have to practice DJing. Before I play small shows, I have to practice DJing. So that should be before this, right? Practice DJing. I'm going to create sets. I'm going to advertise. I'm going to record and advertise my sets and put them out there. I'm going to play at local venues. I'm not going to, play at festivals first. Then I'm going to DJ for artists. And I'm going to actually play at a local venue, and I'm going to DJ for some artists in September. So I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be a good practice, and I just got to focus on practicing more DJing. These are all the same. I just wrote that, but let's focus on releasing my own music. Well, if I have the music, I got to create the music first, and then I got to make sure it's perfect by getting it properly mixed by myself and, sending it off for feedback like you guys do to me. You send me your tracks for feedback, which is great. I need cover art, which I have a cover art guy that is helping me with all my cover art and my visions, bringing them to life and listening to the song and coming up with whatever visions come to his head, which I'm happy with. So find your guy that can do that. I have to distribute it, so I'm going to use DistroKid to distribute my music to get on all platforms. $20 a year. Highly suggest doing it. And then it needs promoted, so I'm going to and then re-promoted. So my monthly goals, how am I going to do this? Well, I'm going to have 3 songs mixed and mastered and final vocals down by the end of this month. So if I do that, then I know I'm on the right track. I'm going to have 3 pieces of cover art for each of those songs. Okay, I'm going to get that done. Make sure that I tell the guy I'm working with to, after I send him, and before he does the cover art, I'm just going to send him the rough mixes. He'll still get the general gist. So he'll get those done. I'll tell him I need those done by the end of the month. While he's working on that and I'm mixing and stuff, I'm going to, take a break from mixing and build a promo strategy for the songs. And then build a re-promo strategy. I'm going to get my website done so I can check off a list off one of these. Run a talent agency. Well, the talent agency I know needs a website. So I know I need to get a website done. And I can get that done and then release a beat pack. So that's my monthly 30-day goal right here. So the releasing beat pack will help me, my big goal for producing and mixing for a limited amount of artists, because I know I got to produce for a lot of artists and produce a lot of free music for them. And now you see how it works. So I can't just expect to produce for a big artist yet when I don't even know the small goals to get to those. So that's why you work backwards, because your brain will actually create the smaller goals for you. You just got to write them down and then do them. So now I got my monthly goals, but what are some daily goals that I can do to get these done? Well, so I call them mini goals. So I'm going to finalize the arrangement for the three tracks by next week, and then I'll focus on mixing the week after that, and then the mastering. So if I just focus on getting the arrangement right, then I can, that will be check marked, and it'll be red. So let me put that back to none. When I get it done, I'll make it red. Boom, done. And then for the website, maybe I can start writing down the info I want in the website. And then maybe make 3 type beats for a beat pack. Well, not maybe. We're going to actually do this. Obviously not right now, but so I can, and then when I complete these, then I can go into the next step of the monthly goals. What else do I got to do? Well, I got to, for the next week after that, let's mix them. And then send them out for feedback. These are things, this is what it's working backwards, and this is how you complete your biggest goals. And you will see me one day DJing at festivals. You will see me with a big talent agency, because this actually works. This is every successful person that's ever done anything and built businesses and made a living doing music. This is what they do. So I thought I would share that with you guys. And it's called I call it the vision board. There's daily tasks you create out of it. and there's monthly ones, and then there's their biggest ones. So do that, and I promise you, you're gonna see your goals get completed like crazy. And it's just gonna be amazing, and I cannot wait to see you guys, watch you guys grow with me, if we're all doing this. And just make sure you're writing it down, and you'll get stuff done. If you have any questions, please comment below. If you learned something, please thumbs it up. If you didn't, dislike it. Still helps the channel. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. You're only hurting yourself. No, you're hurting me. No, you're not. We're not hurting anybody. We're all growing together, and we're all just, you know, just growing. We're just trying to make our name for ourselves in music. That's all, as simply as that. So there's steps to doing that. Yes. You don't need my strategies. I just like to post them because they, you know, later down, you know, I'm thinking like, what could I do better? Why am I not, you know, reaching my goals? Well, let me go back to the vision board and think about, you know, maybe I was slacking on the cover art and I rushed it. Well, maybe I didn't mix it properly, and that's maybe why my music's not getting heard. So those are just things that you can look back on. This is pretty much like a blueprint of how to get things done. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'll see you guys next video. Peace.